Okay. Yes. Good morning to you all. Yes, I think we are ready for that in this week's class, and I think we have completed. I think all classifications of this chapter, and we are getting ready to the next chapter. So when I'm saying about it, I'm very glad to say that it is a great chapter, and what we say that it is a basic chapter that you want to know. So when we are saying about all these things, the chapter is about the different types of animals or the diversity of living organisms. Like as we said, the plant kingdom, as we said about plant kingdom, as we said the kingdom Munida, or all those things we have studied, and plant day we have studied, isn't it? And after all that, we have studied about different types of animals, that is porifera, mammalia, and all those things we have studied. So I think it's very nice to hear that we are going to complete this chapter, because it is such a big chapter that we have. So when we are saying about the animals, we want to say that the animals is not about the it is not a simple section. Okay, it is not a simple section as we have studied about plants. So we want to study more about it. Okay, we want to study more about it. So I think we should study more about it from this chapter, and I think we will study again. I think in your 11th class, I think in your 11th class you will study more about the classification of animals and plants. I think what chapter is to say about the kingdom Animalia itself. So I think you will study more about it, and I think some of them will be lazy because of you are getting 3 or 4 days leave for the biology, and you are not but we see you are not with the chapter, or you are not looking back to the chapter. So I think I want to give some time for it. So read it, and I will give you 5 minutes for read it, and after we will get into the simplified classification of these animals. So I think you want 5 minutes to read the previous class, and after all that we will get into the classification of animals of the chapter of the section of this class. Okay, so you read it. Okay. So I think you have read it. So we are going to study about the classification of animals that have in your page number 95. Okay, in your textbook page number is 95. Okay, first one, the animals are categorized into the cellular level of organization and tissue level of organization. Tissue level of organization. Okay, cellular level of organization and tissue level of organization. Cellular level of organization that we call as peripheral. Okay, this is called as the peripheral. And tissue level of organization are categorized into no body cavity between epidermis and gastrodermis. Okay, no body cavity between gastrodermis. So no body cavity. So tissue level of organization is classified into no body cavity between epidermis and gastrodermis. Okay, and after that we categorized it as the pseudocoelom. Okay, pseudocoelom. Okay, pseudocoelom. And next one is the coelomate. Coelomate. Okay, next one is known as the coelomate. Okay, and this can be called as the coelenterata and platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Next one is the nematoda. Okay, nematoda. Okay, and after that the coelomate is differentiated into mesodermal cells from a single. Okay, mesodermal cells from a single cell during growth of the embryo. Okay, what these are classified into mesodermal cells from a single cell mesodermal cells from a single cell during growth of the embryo. And the next one is the coelom formed from pouches. Coelom formed from pouches pinched off from the endoderm. So if you are studying about animalia, you just want to study this one. So you can write it from the, you can say about some organism like peripheral, you can say that it is coming under the animalia group and having the cellular level of organization. When we are saying about the coelenterata platyhelminthes, you can say that we have tissue level of organization. It's coming under no body cavity between epidermis and gastrodermis. Okay, and this is coelom formed from pouches pinched off from epidermis. Okay, so you draw it. After that, we will continue to draw the remaining. Okay, so you draw it. Okay, I think you have write it. Okay, so you can go downwards itself because this have the continuity, so you can go downwards because we don't have place in the board. That's why we are going like this. Okay, I think you can see it, isn't it, during growth of the thing. Okay, mesodermal cells from a single cell during growth of the embryo, that is Annelida, mollusca and arthropoda. Okay, the next one is the coelom formed from pouches pinched cell from, okay, pouches pinched from epidermal cells. Epidermal, sorry, endoderm, sorry, not epidermal, endoderm, sorry, endoderm. Okay, endoderm, and it is classified into two one, that is having notochord and non-notochord. Okay, non-notochord and having notochord. And having non-notochord is classified into only one, that is echinodermata. And it is into the chordata. It is into the chordata. And chordata is divided into two, that is notochord present in at least in larval forms. Notochord present in at least larval form, but very rudimentary. Okay, notochord present in at least larval forms, but very rudimentary. Okay, the next one is the notochord replaced by vertebral column in adults. Replaced by adults. Okay, this is protochordata. This is protochordata. Okay, one is protochordata, and the next one is the vertebrate. Okay, so we have said about mesodermal cells from a single cells during the growth of the embryo, and it is classified as Annelida, mollusca, and Arthropoda. And after that, the coelom formed from pouches pinched from endoderm. It is differentiated into non-notochord and notochord. Non-notochord is the echinodermata, and having notochord is the chordata. And in chordata it is divided into two, that is notochord that is in at least larval forms. Okay, it is shown in only larval forms but very rudimentary. It is in case of protochordata, and notochord replaced by vertebral columns in adults. It is known as the vertebrata. And vertebrata are classified into 5 different ones. And after that, writing this, we will classify that also. Okay, write this. I will give you 5 minutes, and after that we will get into the classification of vertebrate. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the next section is the vertebrata. Okay, from the vertebrata it is divided into 5. Okay, vertebrata, it is divided into okay. Exoskeleton of scales, endoskeleton of monocotyl. Endoskeleton of bone or cartilage, breathing through lymph. Okay, gills in larva. Gills in larva, lungs in most adults. So you can use it as a clues. Okay, lungs in most adults and slimy skin. Okay, slimy skin. Which is this one, slimy skin. This is the amphibian. The next one is the exoskeleton of scales laying outside water. In water. Which one is that? That is aves. Sorry, reptilia. Sorry, reptilia. Okay, exoskeleton of scales and laying eggs outside water. Wait, laying eggs outside water. Okay, not in water, outside water. And next one is the exoskeleton of feathers by eggs outside water and flight possible. Okay, exoskeleton of feathers lay eggs outside water and flight possible. Flight possible. Which one is that? That is apes. And the last one is the exoskeleton of hair, external ears, mostly giving birth to living ones. Okay. Exoskeleton of hair, external ears. Okay, external ears and mostly giving birth to the young. One, and which one is that? That is mammalian. Okay. So thank you for listening to class. I think you don't have them. So in the next class we will discuss about these things. So thank you for listening. Okay, stay home, stay safe.